Hi, my name is Danielle Handrahan, and today I'm starting a kind of a video series about astrology. Now, I decided to do this because there's a lot of misconceptions about the use of astrology, about where it came from, about what you can come to understand about yourself, and it's getting to the point where I just realized, hey, I know the answer to some of these questions, so why don't I make a video about it so I can tell people, because it's really getting kind of frustrating when I talk to people and they don't know what I'm talking about. Then I get sad inside, and then I'm like questioning these things that I know in my heart. So I figured, okay, if I know astrology so well, if I understand it so well, why don't I just start making videos about it and then prevent awkward situations of people asking me questions like, when am I going to get married? Am I going to win the lottery? Tell me about myself. What kind of person should I marry? When really, I think the number one thing, and when I do readings for people, I just get so frustrated by their misconceptions of what astrology is that I end up not really even wanting to really do a reading for them. And also, it's hard because you need to kind of have an actual question. Like, someone needs to come with me and be on their soul path. That's the only time I can help someone with astrology, is if they're so on their soul path, they know what their questions are, they're like, I know what I'm doing with my life, I need you to look at this, help me understand it, help me find my way, these are my questions. Then I can fucking help you. I'll tell you that. Then I can help you. But you have to know where you are. You have to understand yourself. You have to have spent some time with yourself and been like, like with me, who's Danielle? Who is she? You have to look at yourself and cradle yourself and really look at yourself, like not wearing rose-colored glasses, not just seeing what you want to see in yourself, not looking at yourself as the illusion of whatever you are, but really looking at yourself. Those are the people I can help with astrology. Those are the only ones. And everyone else is just going to be really annoying and awkward because I'm going to be telling you stuff, and it's like speaking French to someone who only knows English. There's just no point. There's honestly no point in doing it in that case. So that's why I'm just like at a point where it's like, so I decided to make a video. All I want to talk about today is your North Node and South Node, because that's like my number one astrology thing. It makes so much sense to me. There's so much emotion behind this part of astrology for me. There's so much emotional proof, which is all I have for astrology. That's one problem too, is I don't have scientific proof. Well, I do have some, but it's not anything that really holds up astrology. It holds up aspects of astrology. It holds up little pieces all around. It's, symbolism and that's not really scientific, but that, it's some kind of proof, right? Some of it's scientific, like to do with sacred geometry, to do with what happens to water molecules. Like, that's a big one. I think astrology can be applied to all the sciences if it's taken, because, this science hasn't been worked on for like thousands of years. That's the thing. Not really worked on. Not incorporated into what we know. Because you can't just leave astrology behind in the bushes and just throw it away and say, I know you practiced this for about 4,000 years. I know it's how we came to conclusions about a lot of our mathematics, but we're not going to look at it anymore. It just makes me really angry inside. So that's what I want to tell people, is that whatever you think you know about astrology, chances are you're wrong. So don't come to me and tell me anything about it. It just makes me so mad. It makes me want to punch you in the face. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. Anyways, so my main point of this video is to talk about the North Node and the South Node. So your North Node is your dragon head. And your dragon head is qualities that are of your future self. These are qualities you want to develop in this lifetime. Now, not everyone gets the opportunity to do so. Perhaps you die young. Perhaps you really fall off your soul path. No matter what, you're going to grow. Because no matter what trials and things you go through, you're going to grow. That's the thing. You're in a body. As soon as you're in a body, you're learning. So don't ever think like, oh, I'm not following my soul path. Like, you probably are, no matter what you do, following a path that is meant for you. There's so many that you could be taking. But one thing with astrology is you can go and say, hey, where am I weak and where am I strong? Now, you're weak in your dragon head. Your dragon head, you are dragon head looks like that. Dragon head, you're weak in these qualities. These are things you want to develop by the time you leave this life, this current life. Now, your dragon tail is the qualities that you have too much of. You have way too much of this quality. You think it will solve all your problems because you're good at it. It's a quality that basically everyone born within like a year, in some like a year and a half or so, I forget, but it's like you can look it up on a set of tables. Based on your birthday, you can find out where was the north node, true node when you were born. Now for me, it was in Sagittarius. What that means is that in this lifetime, I have to understand and grow into the Sagittarian energy and follow my own Sagittarian energy. That means that I have to leave behind the idea that my Gemini energy can guide me through all situations because I have too much of it from my past life or whatever. I don't want to say it's guaranteed that I had too much of it in my past life. All I know is when I'm born, I have too much of it. That's all I know. When I'm born, maybe I got good at it in childhood, and now I got too good at it, and now I need to learn the polar opposite of it. So what that means is you have to work through your south node to get to your north node. Now, it's a balancing act. It's never, some people say, oh, you have to abandon the qualities of your south node and fully embrace your north node. But that's not actually how it works. What you want to do is learn to balance the two of them. You want to learn to say this is your dragon tail. It's like you want it to pull to your north node. You want it to pull through, pulling you across the river to your north node. And so for me, my south node is Gemini. I'm constantly searching for more information. I need to understand everyone's perspective on an issue, understand how everyone feels about an issue. I'm constantly wanting to know about a million topics. I can never settle on any one hobby. I'm so overwhelmed with excitement, with new ideas. Maybe another thing is that Gemini, too much Gemini can make you so you're so willing to take up social opportunities. Sometimes you lose your own voice because you are so attuned to wanting to understand the voice of others, and so that you can work through that because you think that that's like the most important thing, that if you understand how that other person's thinking, then you can have connection with them. But the truth is, the only way to really have that connection is to force out, take what you really feel and go, bloop, and that's Sagittarius. How you really do things, bloop, and follow that. But with Gemini, too much Gemini, they think that they're supposed to take in, and then I can decide how I feel about everything. Then I can decide what I think about the world, which is, it's a balance. So you have to take in the perspectives of all the people. Anyways, so North Node and Sagittarius people, they need to follow their own light. They need to follow their own way, their own feeling of understanding, not the logic, not what the universities or books or what any facts or logical things say. Like that, like I said, it's a balance of the two. But what Sagittarius needs to learn to do is actually to follow its inner radar, its inner consciousness. It's almost like following the Holy Spirit or whatever, following what you feel, what's pulling you. It's like in that moment where you're at the store and you say to yourself, you should get milk because you're going to run out. You should get that milk then. Say you're with a friend. Don't ask your friend, oh, should I get milk? Don't say, hey, friend, should I get milk? Your friend will probably be like, oh, well, we don't want to have to stop at your house on the way home. Like, there's no point doing that. Just be like, I'm getting milk. Whatever. That's one Sagittarian thing. Just whatever you enjoy, whatever you feel, do it. So anyways, that's a little bit about North and South Node. I'm getting on a long video here, but If you have any questions, send me a message and I can probably answer those, and I'll be sending out another video soon.